Fewer than 12% of the murders, the 545 of them committed in 1974, involved another crime, such as arson, robbery, rape. But there is premeditated murder. And if Parliament votes to retain the rope, then for the 11 people now on death row, the face behind this hood is the last one they'll see. He's Canada's hangman.
Black mask at this time.
This is just to keep my identity a secret.
You don't wear it at the time of an execution?
No, all that I wear is a black suit, black bow, white shirt, and black shoes.
Is that so that the condemned man does not get any special jolt from the idea of seeing it?
I'm not here to frighten him. I'm not there to frighten him. I'm there to execute him.
Now, how emotionally involved or detached can you be in the situation that you're called upon to perform?
I don't follow a case. If a man's found guilty by a judge and jury, then I'm an instrument of the court to carry out the sentence.
So I'm trying to think of how I would prepare myself to do that kind of a job. I think I'd find it very difficult.
Well, then you wouldn't be the man for the job. A person shouldn't have a job unless they can do it. Now, you take a coroner, he wouldn't be any good if he couldn't sign a death certificate. Mr. Ullman shouldn't have that job because he can't sign a death certificate. And Mr. Ullman, the Prime Minister, and Mr. Diefenbaker, they are all against capital punishment. And this is why I think that the public should have a public vote and not a member of Parliament vote.
You're for a referendum that the people decide rather than members of the House of Parliament?
Definitely. Because in the last one, there was 78% of the public wanted hangings. And yet a handful of people in Ottawa is going to decide for thousands upon thousands of people, or millions of people.
Mr. Ellis, abolitionists have suggested that getting rid of capital punishment is a good idea because it tends to brutalize society. In the numbers of instances that you have been involved, have you found that it has brutalized you?
No, I don't feel this, and I feel that people that are or has so much to say about capital punishment has never seen an execution. They don't realize just how humane it is. If they had seen an electrocution, then they would have something to chirp about, because electrocution, a man is actually burned. He's not executed right away.
You say that hanging is more humane, the most humane form of execution?
Definitely.
Can you explain that to me?
Well, I can explain it with this knot, possibly. This is put on the neck, and this relates to the left ear. When this knot closes in a manner such as, this isn't a proper knot, by the way. When it closes, this portion here goes to the back of the neck on the spine and actually breaks the neck. It breaks the spine and the cord. And that man is dead from the time he hits the bottom of the rope. His heart will beat. It varies with the condition, the physical condition the man's in. But his heart will beat maybe for 20, maybe 40 seconds after that, but no longer.
No longer. Is there any other means that you know of that is more humane than this? More painless?
Not that I know of. An injection could be, but then again, this would have to be done by a doctor, and this is against the doctor's oath.
Mm-hmm. At what point, Mr. Ellis, do you come into the picture? Are you there at the very last when the prisoner is led to you, or do you meet him earlier? What exactly happens?
No, I go to the cell, and the sheriff tells him that, this is it, kind of thing, and he steps out. He's handcuffed. The padre leads the procession. The sheriff goes next, or the warden of the jail. The prisoner and 2 guards go next. I follow them, and the prisoner is led to the trap. He has a strap put round just below his knees so that he can't straddle the trap if he is an energetic type. And the hood's put on, and the snooze is put on, and he's dropped.
If the vote goes for abolition, and there is no longer a need of a hangman, how do you think you personally will feel?
Well, I'll feel that I've served the country in the best way that I know how. Or maybe I shouldn't say that. I've met the requirements that the country required. I've done my job, and I'm retired.
You won't feel years younger or pounds lighter because
No.
of the vote?
No.
Will you feel concerned if abolition is passed, that this will bode ill for the country?
Yes, I will in that respect to myself, but I won't divulge it. But as far as I'm concerned now, people seem to think that the trap is not a deterrent. In any case, if you go to a life imprisonment, I have met people that has wanted, in fact, you've heard in the papers that people want to die rather than spend life imprisonment.
That is more inhumane, a life internment rather than execution.
Yes, the torture they go through. Plus, it's a burden on the taxpayer of about $13,000 to $14,000 per year per man that is in death row or is serving lifetime.